Peaks promises living a fun life in a magical town where you're a vampire raising your own crops, making potions, casting spells, and even stuff I can't tease you about because I don't know. The game has not been out that long. What I do know is that it has a lot of story, so doing a full normal year video would take a really long time. Instead, join me in playing Moonlight Peaks as we uncover all it has to offer. We start off first with the character creation. Did not know I was getting a cat, but I put in my name as well as a 10 out of 10 farm name. I chuckled way too hard at this. Oh, wait, garlic sauce. Yum. Is that a thing? I was thinking of like the buttery garlic sauce that you put on like pastas and stuff. They sadly don't have dark blue hair, so I gotta go with the next best option and finish dressing up my little character. Finally getting into the intro of the game. Oh, it's me! Oh, I'm angry. Oh, did I have a fight with somebody? Run away from home? I mean, that seemed like what's happening. My kitty's following me! Garlic sauce! Yeah, this little vampire has ran away from home. No idea why, but I'm assuming my little vampire life is exhausting and I just want a break. So I take myself to my family's other home in Moonlight Peaks. Girl. Even though it's horribly falling apart and there's trash all over my floor, we go to sleep and wake up just in time to meet one of our lovely neighbors. My property! Who in the Aaron Hansen is this, bro? I meet Orlok, who clearly had too much to drink the night before, and already he's trying to use me and my property to make him more alcohol. What the heck? Not only that, but he's making me get help from my uncle, whom I have not seen in a while, and looks, interesting. You're a chunky little bat. Yeah, my bat of an uncle is stuck in this form, but luckily for Orlok, not exactly myself, I got all of the farming tools I could need, which allows me to get that done, so I can finally meet my new neighbors. And there is a lot of them. Precisely 4 more vampires, 4 witches, 4 werewolves, and 3 seers. Oh, there's somebody behind me. Who are you? Noelle is so irritating. Luna, however, seems like a sweetheart and someone who is also farming just like me. Sabrina is interesting. I definitely hope to learn more about her in the future. And our last witch is Fiona, who is feisty, but only if you get on her bad side. Our family of seers are quite literally the most gorgeous in town. What the hell? Look at Alina. Eris works at a little clothing shop, and Dragon is a little interesting. But hey, if you like him, you like him. Of course, I'm not the only vampire in town. Like, we've already met Orlok, but his 2 kids, Mina and Evan, also live here, working at the counter to a little bakery. Smila's also another vampire who works the bar, and sadly tends to Orlok. Poor guy. And our last vampire is Smila's sister, the ever outgoing Elvira. Oh. Who is that? Who's that? She's cute. I'm embarrassed. I hope I look good. Yes, Saga is the first of our many werewolves, who, as you can tell, I'm very fond of. Ludo being the next one, along with his dad Ridge, who has a workshop in town. Then the last person I needed to meet is the mayor, who is also Saga's father. Though he looks a little angry, he is the one to explain to me about selling all of my goods into this specific monster named Chester. Since I am new though, we needed to get me registered into the town, but taking an ID photo proved kinda hard as I forgot vampires don't show up on film. I also forgot that. I was like, I really hope I can take my own photo. It'd be so cute if I could take my... I'm a dumb ass, bro. So instead, Brooke took it upon himself to draw me. Ah, hey! That is crazy. Okay. Now that we've met all the characters from the quest, tell me in the comments who you think your favorite is so far, based off of your first impression. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe while you're down there. Doing all this really took a while, so by the time I got back to my place, I was burning from the sunlight. Thankfully, making it to sleep just fine, and then starting day 2. Ridge is the first person to greet me the next day, talking about how horrible my roof is, but how he'll fix it for free. I just have to provide the resources, which turned out to be pretty quick, getting that done in no time. But the happiness did not last long as I bumped into Orlok and his kids. He was pissed because someone in town had cursed the bridge to his house. The only bridge to his house, might I add. We find out that he was not very nice to Fiona, and she did this in retaliation. But since I am new in town, it is now my job to make Orlok apologize so they can get back their home. 'Cause of course. I went to see him at the bar he regularly visits, and the only way to get him to apologize was to pay for his bar tab. Okay, is this anyone's man? Because no. Why? I reluctantly did it, but mostly for his kids, okay? But it was nearing the end of the day, so I spent it fishing as I got a new little fishing rod and ended the day there. Bright and early at 6 p.m., Orlok comes to see how my farm is going, and thankfully gives me the recipe for a keg that I'll have to use to make the wine later. I was uber excited to use my fishing rod today, but quite disappointed when I realized I could not fish up these big fish. Instead, I went over to Luna's farm, as she not only sells seeds for me, picking up these little white grapes, but also animals. Absolutely not. Ew, no, I ate it. Yeah, I think I'm the outlier in saying I don't like the chickens, but dude. The rest of the day, I foraged and went to sleep, getting a ton of unlocks from obtaining a keg. Day 4, Ridge was happy to tell me my roof is finished, and before leaving, he gave me a very helpful blueprint that I'll need to use for making a refiner. Basically turning my raw materials into something a little more useful, as quoted by Ridge. I really tried to speed up the apologizing process by Orlok, but I literally couldn't even talk to him. What an idiot. So instead, I spent my time trying to catch as many little fish as I could, because I thought that this would be the hefty moneymaker, but not really. We'll get into what really brings in the money soon enough. And finally, my last action of the day was gifting Saga. Yay! I just thought it was pretty. Yay! Oh, so that she likes me. I had to find flowers and whatnot. Yay! Presume I didn't have to speed up the apologizing process, because guess what's happening day 5? Mina and I sprinted on over to see Orlok doing the most pathetic excuse of an apology ever, but so Fiona doesn't actually know how to lift the spell. She kind of was a little too angry when casting it. So it's up to me to go ask the other witches in town to help out a bit. Who's that? Whoa. First I look at the calendar, there's some random creature on the calendar I've never met before. And then I look in town and there's a random creature in the town I haven't met before. Who is this person? Oh, hey buddy, who are you? Someone entirely new to me, but not new to the town, as this is the old mayor, and also related to the werewolves in town. But not exactly the type of creature I need to speak to right now, as I still need to ask Noelle and Sabrina to help out. Once I got everybody corralled up, all they needed to do was put their magic together to lift the curse. Oh my god, my first achievement! Oh my god, my first achievement? Is that my first achievement? Wait. Oh my god, it's my second. Oh my god, it's my second achievement. That is crazy. And there's 59? Bro. The Ambrosias can finally go home, and I can finally explore this area. We got another ghost figure in the graveyard this time. Hello, Jarvis. As well as a beach and a mysterious cave. Whoa. Oh, hello. I run into Alina, who goes on to tell me about vampsters, little critters that are hidden all over the town. And if I see them, might as well bring them back to the cave. Except the one in her house. That one's name is Larry. And unfortunately for me, there are 100 of them. And it's probably an achievement I gotta get. It seemed like I was constantly doing stuff for other people today. So for the rest of the day, I tended to my own land. Oh, I didn't realize I was gonna die. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Ah! Move, Beetle! There is always something up in this town, I swear to God. Y'all are stressing me out. Warlock is in another gosh darn fight, and with the mayor this time. But it's about the Logan werewolf crest being stolen. Basically, Rook thinks Warlock did it for some reason. Don't get me wrong, I love Saga, but I didn't exactly want to be roped in their little family issue right now. Oh, I thought they were about to kiss, I'm not gonna lie. It kind of looked like it, the way they turned to each other. Sorry, whoops. So now I gotta get with the Seers to see if they want to also get involved. And what do you know? They really don't, other than Dragon, who, not gonna lie, seems kinda useless. Wait, there's critters. Are you the critter? Snick! Hello, it's a baby. You got hats? Ah, drippy hat. Ah, drippy hat. I don't need to spend money. Oh, that would look so cute though. There's another snack. Or critter. It is a snack! Jacques. Meeting up with the Logans again, Dragon tells us to go to the Howling Marshes to look for the crest, which apparently Ludo is scared of. Doesn't quite make sense because his uncle literally lives there, but whatever. So we'll do that tomorrow. Instead, I spent the rest of my days scavenging and meeting another little critter, Yabbis. Day 7, my grapes are finally done, but I still have to turn them into wine, so Warlock will have to wait a teeny bit longer. I then met up with Saga and Ludo again to search for hours for this crest, only to find out Ludo knew where it was the entire time. Hello, Yabbis. Yeah, the creature we met yesterday literally ate it, and wants a copper bar in return for getting it back. I literally have not mined yet, so I guess that is what I get to start today, as well as putting up my first few vampsters. Day 8 was a little disappointing, as I realized I would need to make a furnace to even be able to make a copper bar. So I spent all day trying to make it happen. Spoiler alert, it didn't, but was able to plant some onion seeds for a hopeful extra cash flow. Luckily, day 9, I was able to make the furnace and then the copper bar, which led to a pretty gross retrieval of the family crest, but Rook was super happy about it, so whatever. This is also when I realized that there are spots for the other crests, meaning I'm probably gonna have to find those at some point too. Though Warlock was probably happy about his name being cleared, I'm sure he was even more happy to retrieve the wine that was finally done. And now that those quests are done, I can finally focus on myself for once. Specifically, using up all the money I scavenged to finally get a barn in my farm, thus ending my day. Turning to day 10, the game told me it was Alina's birthday today, so after a quick little Google search, I found I could give her some flowers, which I tried to do, but got stopped on my way into the woods. I was shot. Hello? This love demon Lemmy shot me. And I don't know what is wrong with me, because apparently I fell in love with the tree. I don't like that. Please, God, let this cutscene end. I was then able to give Alina a birthday gift, and apparently I'm horrible, because I also gave a gift to Saga right in front of the birthday girl. Where are my manners? Guess I'm still meeting new characters. Death is here, and not gonna lie, he gave me a whole main character speech about how I'm special and whatnot, which totally fueled my ego, thankfully leaving me feeling pretty good. Until I found out that whole Brooke v. Orlok plotline, not done yet. I have to attend a multi-family dinner. What could possibly go wrong? Excuse me? What happened to me? What the heck? Hello? Oh god. Am I a chicken? I'm a kitty cat! Oh, cute! Meow? Apparently, there's no need to worry though, because my mother could also turn into a hell kitten. Yeah. This is actually just another form I can use now, allowing me to travel pretty dang fast. I pet Garlic extra long today, as I now know the pain she suffers, but I got an apology letter in the mail from Brooks, so I guess all is well now. I am finally able to adopt an animal for the farm, which is sadly a chicken, getting myself a little achievement for it, and spent the rest of the day tending to my farm and collecting souls. Nope, you did not hear me wrong. This game just cannot stop giving me collection quests. I met Death again outside my property, where he tells me he wants me to do his work while he's on vacation. Ugh. So now, not only do I need to collect 100 Vampsters, I now also need 100 soul blobs. At least I can catch bugs now, I guess. Day 12, I woke up to possibly the worst letter I have ever received. What the fuck? What? Why is it my squishy little body? That does not make me feel good. What the heck? But then I got the best one, as Luna shared her bee house blueprint, and oh boy, am I really going to get into that in the future. Just you wait. I really wanted to buy more seeds from Luna, but instead got trapped in a cutscene. She found these magical seeds and with the help of a spell, can be watered to full growth. Sadly, my wand is not too great, and even more sad, Noelle decided to fix it for me. Are we f***ing kidding? But now, with a semi-working wand, I'm able to cast a spell myself. The latter half of the day, I spent clearing space on my farm to plant more crops, and even got another silly little achievement. Do you speak animalese? Talk to a creature in hell kitten form. That's a funny achievement. I'm throwing hands, day 13. A crow is eating my crop. Luckily, my uncle told me and gifted me the gift of making scarecrows, so this could never happen to me again. I really just chilled today, doing some fishing, making more kegs, as wine is clearly the moneymaker in this game, so far at least. But I don't know what made me do this, but I talked to Ludo when I passed him, and I cannot believe he said this to me. What? Sorry, I skipped past that too quickly. He said, "Did you get my letter? I mean the letter from the tree." Excuse me? Oh, that is not funny. How messed up. What the heck? Ah! She is gorgeous! Who's that? Surprisingly, in my dream, I meet the moon goddess, the most ethereal being I have ever seen, my god. And she asked me to do a quick little chore for her and parts with a maybe possibly we'll see each other again. I go check on Luna's farm as our magic plants should be done growing, and they in fact are, which leads Luna to ask Fiona if I could maybe be in their coven since I helped with the watering. Me? A vampire? In the coven? No. But Luna wants me to continue with this little magic and gives me seeds to plant at my own little farm. Today was a big fishing day, specifically fishing in spots I do not usually. But going into town started a new cutscene where I am introduced to a help board, the board that people use to try and get help for certain tasks. How nice. Day 15, I started with a bunch of wine and of course watering all of my plants. Until I just had to see Ludo's poor excuse of trying to be a businessman in the middle of town. Saga was not very happy about that. And I then just spent the rest of the day fishing and collecting soul blobs. I saw Ridge a ton on day 16 as I really wanted to upgrade my fishing rod, but I literally have to upgrade my pickaxe entirely before I can even do that. So I started working on that, upgrading to a copper axe first though. I also picked up a quest from him on the new board, getting that done with a bit of scavenging, and ending the day. With my teehee new axe, I was able to collect the materials I needed for a beehive, which gives me free honey, which is basically free money. Yeah, you see why I like them now. I meet with Luna, who tells me about herbs and their specific growing needs. She gives me a ton of recipes to start on all this, but not gonna lie, I don't really get to it this month. Sorry, Luna. I'll have to make your nightshade powder in the summer. Ending the day, I get my copper pickaxe from Ridge. My onions were done day 18, lending me a bunch of cash that I can now use tomorrow, technically, to buy more onions. Why do I keep doing that? I also plant the moonflower seeds as I'm going to need it for a quest soon. And luckily, I remember how to cast the spell. Thank God. Getting me another beehive to end my day. The farm is a lot more cleared out on day 19, allowing me to place down a well that is so desperately needed to fill up my watering can, as I was stupid and put my plots way too far away from the river. I maxed out my honey profits as having more flowers ups your chance of getting more honey the next day, and took myself to the cave for some early morning mining, getting new iron ore. Day 20 is the Lovage Festival, which would have been nice if they warned me about it. Huh. They did. They sent me a letter and I just kind of forgot. They wanted me to bring a dish, but I don't know if you've noticed, I have not made food in the game yet. There's just so much to do and I am way too overwhelmed right now. Let me start it off the festival by introducing himself and introducing everyone he made set up a booth at the event, which was actually a lot. Look, even the little snacks are here. There is also a gift exchange, which means I can oh so secretly gift something to one of the NPCs. And you already know who I gifted. But other than that, kinda don't know what else I can do here. So I took myself into Sabrina's, where she told me about how she's trying to extract magical essence from the moon fruit. And the way I can help her is by getting some pretty expensive materials, which I'll totally do, but not today. The Lovage Festival somehow continues on day 21, but I guess it's because we have the mysterious gift exchange. I really was not expecting anything, as Elvira was given a gift, Luna was given a gift, and I was given 2, and that was it? What happened to my Saga gift? And most importantly, 2? What? I slightly run from the festival to do other things, like try and mine for the ore Sabrina needed, but today ends with a pretty hefty payout as I not only had a bunch of honey, but some wine as well. Day 22 was quick and easy, as I spent it replenishing my onions, getting the bars for Sabrina done, and getting a cutscene from Samil. I didn't know I knew him like that, but vampires gotta stick together, I guess. Day 23 is the dreaded day. Dragon has finally made me play his weird made-up card game. Or more specifically, the actual game won't let me not play it. It It's actually a pretty simple concept. At the beginning of each round, you get dealt a hand, and your objective is to have the most amount of points compared to your opponent. It was neck and neck, and I dead almost lost, but thankfully won, as I have over 10 years of Club Penguin Card-Jitsu experience. Yeah, that's right. Now that I've played against him though, everyone brings it up now. Oh, it's also Noelle's birthday. Whatever. I meet up again with Sabrina, who shows me how she used my little materials, basically creating her own mana essence, a way to refill your own mana after using spells. As a token for my help, she actually sent me off with the blueprints. How nice. At the end of the day, I actually spent my time trying to collect as many different fish as I could, because at this point, I learned that there is a museum. No, the game didn't tell me, but I got spoiled on Reddit. So since the season is almost ending, I want to make sure I'm slightly prepared for whenever that happens. Day 24 is Elvira's birthday, and she spent it by hosting her own pub quiz night. A vampire-specific pub quiz night that I happened to ace, entirely without cheating. I promise. This is also when I get a cutscene of Samil running into a person with a bag over their head. She runs away a bit before I show up, but apparently she goes here and there, just won't get close to anyone. I guessed we might see more of them in the future. The rest of my time today I spent mining and almost dying because I forgot to water my crops. Yippee. Haha, funny, thank you for the sunscreen game. I do some quick things like harvesting my very own moon fruit, gifting Death trash because he really likes it for some reason, and upgrading my pickaxe to an iron one. As to create my own mana extractor, I need rose quartz, which is not only hidden in this little cave, but impossible to break without iron. At the end of the day, I actually sold so much honey and wine, I got the Bottomless Chester achievement, which is selling over 9,000 coins in one night. Day 26, I decided to start growing the nightshade, even though I don't really know what I'm doing yet. But after collecting all of my done crops, I actually got a cutscene of the little girl from before, but this time, she talked to me, explaining that she's lost, doesn't have a name, and apparently, she's hideous. I tried my best to earn her trust, but sadly, she did just run away. With all of the sweet muns I earned yesterday, I bought myself a ton of crops that I very much got myself stuck in, and a couple more animals. Hideous animals. But I need their products for food, as I picked up a job from Albertus and do not have the needed materials for it. Ending the night, I gave all my new animals some food. The kegs are full today, as I had a huge grape loadout. And not only that, but got enough materials for more beehives. Since it was raining though, I picked up a rain-specific fish that I did not have for my collection, and actually ended my day. Day 28 is the last day of the month. Yes, I know. But I had enough materials to make a mortar, which is what I needed to use the rose quartz in order to make glass to then use for the mana extractor. Yes, I know it is a lot to keep up with. I, myself, am struggling, but I'm trying to work on the quest, even though I am obviously not getting it done in this video. Since it was the last day though, I did try and gift everyone my eyes landed on, as thankfully, everyone is pretty okay with a flower as a gift. Going to see Luna, on the other hand, sparked an unwanted cutscene. Why are they making me do this? I did not sign up for this when I started the game. I also had a heart attack seeing this in town. It's literally just Ludo. And this is literally just Evan. Kind of forgot people can shapeshift. And that is actually how my day ended. My first month in the game, and oh my gosh, it is a lot. But I'm so excited to continue. So please, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you want to see more. I have a long way to go to 100% this game, so you really don't want to miss out when I upload. But seriously, thank you so much, and I'll see you then.